Beautiful night, beautiful life, and welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. Coming to you live once again from Las Vegas. I go by Melinda NailFanatic, and I'm back to deliver this latest timeless collective channel message from the Tarot in the Shadow series. So if you're here, it's by divine design. If it resonates, pick it up and run with it. If it doesn't, leave it where you found it. Either way, make your choices and decisions responsibly today, because you'll always have the consequences and repercussions to pay. You have questions, I have answers. You can find those facts on my website, located in the title of this live, raw, real, unedited, uncut, deprogrammed, sugar-free broadcast. Because the only thing I sugarcoat around here is these nails. And I would love to take care of yours. So come see me here in my private studio in Vegas. The information is also on the website. All right. Let's see what's happening here. The victory spread fell out. Remember, I mixed all these cards last night? I mean, if you've been following the channel, you know what I'm talking about. So random selection of title cards, information, notes, and tarot spreads that I devised. This is a tarot spread that I devised. It's called the victory spread. So, I'm excited to see what they want to talk about with this. So it's a 4-card spread, and we use the bottom of the deck. Okay, so victory spread. As I pull these cards, this is letting me know that victory is at hand. You are in a position where I heard primed to win. You're primed to win. This is something that matters to you. This is something that you have worked for. I mean, if you think about a victory, it comes with the energy of busyness, hard work, competition, sweat, long hours, dedication. I hear dedication. These are what energies comes with victory when I'm thinking about victory right now. And so they're saying, yeah, victory is at hand. And it's you. You're the one that's bringing the victory. What's at the bottom of the deck? What is being replaced by victory? It says, no more chances. And it is upside down. No more chances. That card was created because Spirit had a long, hard conversation with me. It was completely sugar-free. I mean, they really gave it to me. This happened with the last girl I dated. She wanted a chance, and then she wanted another chance. And after before I gave her the last chance, I said, listen, are you sure you want to do this again? Because we can stay friends if we don't try to do this romantic thing again. But if we try to do this romantic thing again, this is your last chance. And Spirit said, why did you give her 2 chances? Then Spirit asked me, when's the last time you asked somebody for a chance in a relationship, Melinda? And even today, I cannot tell you when I asked somebody to give me another chance. Maybe that's my Taurus energy, bullheaded. I'm stubborn. When I make a decision, I stick with my decision. If I change my decision, that's because I've done everything I could to exhaust every opportunity to keep my decision stable. So Spirit said, listen, Melinda, you should give as many chances as you ask for. But I don't ask for chances. Exactly. So you shouldn't be giving any chances. No more chances. This is what's being replaced by victory. You don't have to give chances. The bottom of the deck says, no, don't do it below that. So we're going to see what the positions are talking about. I have some tarot cards here. I put together a new deck of mixed oracle cards. It's 4 decks. So we're going to use them today. All right. First position. What victory is at hand? If you have nothing to say, if you have nothing kind to say, keep your mouth shut. The victory at hand is you're not talking about something. You're just going to keep your mouth shut. I heard, and let a situation play out. This is the victory at hand for you. I heard, we're not going to complain. We're not going to bitch. We're not going to whine. I heard, if we don't have nothing kind to say, we're going to keep our mouth shut. You know, silence is a very amazing strength that not a lot of people have. Not a lot of people can just shut up because they ain't got nothing nice to say. Most people want to just pop off at the mouth and tell all kinds of shit. But here, your victory that's at hand has to do with, let it be what the fuck it is and keep your mouth shut. Keeping your mouth shut is important here. What's your next vital move? And I'm finding it very interesting that this card, I put it away in the wrong deck, but this is the same card that came out yesterday. And it's an affirmation card. And it says, it has the 𝐵𝑒𝑔𝑢𝑛 numbers that we put in the comments yesterday for you. It says, I'm so thankful and appreciative that I have now full access to my inheritance, rewards, and merits, my birthright, on all time, space, and dimension. It also says, I am so thankful and appreciative that I have now accessed my inheritance on all time, space, and dimension. So what is your next vital move? To remain thankful and appreciative with the access that you have to your inheritance, rewards, and merits, to your birthright. It's yours. Nobody else can claim it. Nobody else can utilize it. Nobody else can access it. It's yours. If you don't access it, it will just remain there unaccessed. So your next vital move is to access what's rightfully yours. Okay. What supportive influence is here now? What does it have? I love this. This is gorgeous. This is absolutely gorgeous. It says, I love my perfect life. I love my perfect life. What supportive influence is here right now? Your perfect life that you love. Your perfect life that you love is your supportive influence right now. It says, what must I remember to complete this victory? Position number 4, it says, what must you remember to complete this victory? I'm afraid you will tease or make fun of me if I speak my truth. You need to remember that fear, being afraid to speak your truth, that's a lack of authenticity. You need to speak your truth. This is who I am. This is how I feel. No more chances. I heard that's the deal. That's what I heard. I heard that's the deal. So we need to get some cards in here. Let's see. What can you show me just intuitively while we're getting these cards shuffled up, because they need to be blended together and everything. Give me just a minute. I'm going to look at these a little bit more. How's your day today? Put some in the comments. Let me know, how was your day today? What magic and miracles did you experience? Okay. What magic and miracles did you experience in the last 24 hours or since the last time you were on the channel? I know you had some. They happen every day. So this, if you have nothing nice, if you have nothing kind to say, keep your mouth shut. If you have nothing kind to say, keep your mouth shut. This isn't about talking shit. People are who they are. We're not going to talk shit about them. And then I just saw it. What about toward yourself? If you have nothing kind to say about yourself, keep your fucking mouth shut. The last person you want to talk shit about is yourself. But for most people, that's the first person they talk shit about is their self. I heard that's a highly unattractive quality. It's very unattractive. Oh, but it is attractive to narcissists, abusive people, and people who want to take advantage of you. Because what does that tell them? It tells them you have little self-respect, little self-worth, and you're not in tune with your power, because an empowered person is not going to talk shit about their self. So one of the reasons, what I heard is the main reason that that's coming out is because we have trained her very well to look at herself first before looking at others. And that is kind of piggybacking off of the last reading, because in the last reading, we're talking about whose fault is it? Because if it's their fault, you have no power. If it's their fault, they're the ones with power. is it their fault or was it your choice? And maybe you didn't like the choice you made, but it was your choice. If it's your choice, at least you have power in this. So I see yesterday's message is piggybacking off into today's message. Okay, it's getting the piggyback ride. And like, hold on, we wasn't all the way done. We got some more. It seemed like we was done after that hour and a half we did last night. Good Lord. All right. I think these 4 decks are blended well. In my hand, I have the Spirit Messages Oracle that was gifted to me. I have the Foxfire Oracle that was gifted to me. I have the Heal Yourself Reading cards that was gifted to me. Hold on, there's another deck in here. Oh, the Shaman's Dream Oracle that was also, look at that, they were all gifted to me. All these decks were gifted to me. And thank you all who decide to go on my Amazon wish list below the video and send me gifts that contribute to this channel, because they all get used. They all get used. And I appreciate the support for my life purpose here in delivering messages and supporting and uplifting my brothers and sisters of humanity. So let's see what we got. Let's go, bro, sis, what we got for you. All right, so why is this card here? If you have nothing kind to say, keep your mouth shut. Show me more. What else can you show me about what is the victory at hand? Show me more information, please, and thank you. What else do you have for us? Here we go. I love this. I absolutely love this. So when I was gifted this deck, this is the Spirit Messages Oracle deck. This card was at the bottom when I did my first card pull out of it. And it's a mother's love. A mother's love is reaching out to you at this time and holding you close. She knows how much you miss her and wants to remind you that this special bond of love can never be broken. So what is the victory at hand? Has to do with a mother's love. A mother's love. Somebody here, what you're working on has a lot of connection to your mom, to your feminine line, to your spiritual inheritance line. In case you didn't know, your spiritual inheritance comes from your feminine ancestral line. It comes from your mother's side, and then her mother's side, and then her mother's side. It's handed down through the feminine line. So you have a special bond of love that can never be broken. The victory at hand has to do with motherhood. Is it about a situation between you and your child? Something going on with you and your child? Is it something going on with you and your mother? And did you have some difficult experiences with the mother? You know, I was almost 30 years old by the time I realized that some people really got some shitty mothers. Like, I was blessed to have a mom. I'm not saying she was absolutely perfect. As a matter of fact, my mother was, she was just a beautiful soul. But, you know, she had her own issues, as everybody does. But some people just got messed up mamas. I have learned of women through this nail business. Women open up. They, you know, I'm the therapist, right? I know all their business, but they've opened up and they told me some stuff about their moms, you know, and some of these mothers have really done their own children really bad. So your victory at hand has to do with the mother. This is a pattern, because my father's ugliness was so obvious, and they just said, and you can relate to this, because so many the fathers often, you know, it's so obvious what they've done that it's harder for ones to see the karmic patterns that you receive from your mother. A lot what you receive from your mother is about not speaking up. I am picking up part of this victory at hand is about oh, wow. They just said, oh, you thought you had no more chances. You thought you had no more chances. But when you speak up, you're going to find that you have chances. Okay, because a lot of feminine energies, not all of them, but a lot of feminine energies have a hard time speaking up for themselves. You know, they're quieted, they're shushed, they're pushed to the back by domineering men who, or masculine energies who are in the shadow masculine energy. You know, they're shadow masculines. They're not honoring their masculinity in a divine way. They use their masculinity to dominate and just be, forceful. I'm hearing brute, to be a brute. So if your mom, I'm intuitively hearing here that your mom was submissive to a fault, or to the other extreme, she was aggressive to a fault. It comes on both sides, but either way, it's the extreme energy. It's extreme. There was a lack of balance. She was either overly submissive or overly aggressive, and it was both. Some people's mom here was all the way too damn submissive all the time, just getting stepped on all the time, never speaking up for themselves. And then somebody else's mama, I see your mama was very, very too damn outspoken, and in an unhealthy way. I'm really getting like mentally, emotionally, and verbally abusive with it. She had nothing nice to say. I hear, and she had a lot of nothing nice to say to you. The mother that's overly submissive is overly submissive because she's trying to please everybody. And she hasn't yet figured out that doesn't always work so well, unless everybody else is also trying to please her. If there's reciprocation, you'll find that a mother that's like that can be very healthy and conducive in the family environment. But where there's no reciprocation, it can get into toxicity really quickly. So all of that is coming through. Let's pull our next oracle card to go on position 2, where the question was, what's the next vital move? The next vital move was talking about being thankful and appreciative that you have access to your inheritance, rewards, and merits because it's your birthright. This is your next vital move. I heard accessing that inheritance. What card do we have coming out with that? And didn't I just say this word? Gratitude, baby, gratitude. I know I said thankful and appreciative. It's the energy of gratitude. Your next vital move is to be grateful. Be grateful. Okay, so somebody has had these difficult situations with their mother. Mommy gave you some characteristic traits that are not beneficial to you now. They serve you, but everything they serve you up is not anything that you want. So what I'm hearing is your next vital move is, why are you grateful for what you've realized now and what you've lived? How is that? What has that taught you? And how can you use it to benefit you moving forward? Okay. The card says, life is one big continuous circle of giving and receiving energy. Be thankful for who and what's in your life instead of complaining about what you don't have. I just had a conversation about this with somebody today. About wanting and missing. It's very common for people to say, I miss you. And every once in a while, I'll say, I missed you, or I miss your face, stuff like that. But it's not very common with me anymore because I have a strong awareness that missing, if I say I am missing something, I just put a affirmative statement that the universe heard me say, and every one of the atoms and cells of my body heard me say, and it's going to take as truth when I say I'm missing you. Oh, we're missing them. Okay, so we're going to miss them now. It's a directive. People don't understand. The same thing with wanting. Oh, yes, it's okay to have desires. It's okay to want things. I'm not telling you shouldn't want, but a high focus on wanting is going to be sending that signal to the universe that says, I want, I want, I want, I want, I want. And wanting means I don't have. You want more money? How long have you been wanting more money? Has that ever brought you more money? Have you got that? Or are you paying attention to the coins that you have in your coin jars? I've got coin jars all over the place. So this is part of the conversation I had earlier this evening. I was talking about how I had to do some mind mechanics on myself, mind fuck myself, to get my subconscious to understand that I have money. I don't want money. I have money. You know why? Because I have money here, there, everywhere. One of the other parts that served was to remove out of the equation numerical values. Like, I have money, period. and put a period on that. I have money, period. I have money everywhere I go. I have money, period. Money always comes. So, and money is the first thing that came to mind because uh, all the work that I've done behind money. Why? Because of mom. Mom grew up, had to quit school to go to work to raise money to take care of her 3 younger siblings. Why? Because dad wasn't there and her mother was busy taking care of the babies and couldn't do it. So is that resonant with you, or are they just using my personal life story to give you an example? They do that to me all the time. Okay. So your next advantageous move is gratitude. For some of you, maybe it has been an issue that's been handed down your feminine line of absentee fathers. Absentee fathers, anybody? Yeah, grandpa knocked grandma up 4 times, took off after every knockup, and never helped raise any of the children. Interesting, huh? That's from my feminine line. Yeah, dad was there for the first 15 years. Then he decided to dip out, committed suicide. Then mommy had to deal with raising us the rest. Oh, absentee father much. And then we traveled down to the next generation where, he came, got her knocked up twice and took off, saw the babies once right when they were born and never saw them again. Now he's dead. Absentee father much? It's been handed down. Now, one of the recent messages that we brought through was it takes 3 generations to break ancestral karma. So there's definitely something here. Now, what I heard just now was, and why are you grateful? Why are you grateful for this? And why are you grateful for this experience? Why are you grateful for this experience? Well, first off, I figured out that I didn't need some guy to come in and take care of me to make my life better. I figured that out. I mean, ever since I opened my first business location in 2008, I got divorced and I've been single the whole time I've been an entrepreneur. Yay! It wasn't because some person that I was married to provided for me. Is there anything wrong with that? No, not at all. But remember, we're looking at the example of my history to explain this energy. There's something that you inherited, family karma from the mother's line. It could be abandonment issues with male figures that were not around. It could be abusive issues. It could be being too damn submissive and getting stepped over all day. It could be money issues. It could be a bunch of, it could be anything, but you already know what it is. You already know what it is because it's been your problem. If you have a daughter who's grown up, it's been her problem. And then it was your mother's problem too. If you don't have a daughter that's grown up, it could be your problem, your mother's problem, and your grandma's problem. Even my grandma on my dad's side, they were married. Him and my grandmother were married. Oh, but then grandpa, I never seen him live with grandma ever in my life. Because as long as I can remember, grandma and grandpa were divorced, and grandpa lives about 4 or 5 blocks down the road around the corner with his wife, not with grandma. As long as I knew my grandma on my father's side, she was single too. So abandonment issues much? Maybe. And then so now I think about all these relationships that I had in my life, and what did I learn? Well, first off, I from an early age had the idea, like most people, you get married, you settle down, you have your kids. Yeah, well, that shit didn't work. Guess what? I had to learn to be very independent. I had to learn to take care of myself, not depend on some person to come along and pay my bills and take the trash out and clean up the yard and wash my car and put gas in it and get it to the mechanic. All that stuff. Had to learn to do it myself. I couldn't wait for somebody else to come around and discipline the children and teach them how to do this and teach them how to drive and all that stuff. All those ideas, right? Had to do it myself. How are you more empowered, more capable, more able, more aware? Because you had to. And then I just heard, closed mouths don't get fed. But in this case, what are you grateful for that you have? They want to put a huge emphasis. You got something that you wanted. Victory is at hand. More gratitude for what you have, and instead of complaining about what you don't have. What supportive influence is here now? Well, apparently a perfect life that you love. I love my perfect life. And how is that true? You know, somebody is really, really far from this energy. They feel like life is far less than perfect. I would caution you with that mentality. If you really feel that you don't have and you really can't find nothing perfect about your life, I would caution you about that, because your mind is telling the universe that you don't have, and you're putting a period on that energy, on that thought, on that vision, and it's solidifying more and more every time you do it in your experience. You have a lot more than a lot of other people, and that regardless of who you are. Even if there's somebody out there who's homeless, tapped into freaking Mickey D's wireless system right now, listening to this, saying to themselves, well, okay, what do I have? And I just see there's a woman and she's got a backpack and she's got a few changes of clothes. And she's got some hope. Had enough change to buy her a coffee. I see her drinking a hot coffee because it's kind of cold outside. And I hear she's got a line on a job opportunity, but she doesn't know what's going to happen to her. Now, this lady may never be actually watching the show, but for whatever reason, her energy is tapped in right now real strong. But you know what? She's sitting there and she's in gratitude that she has a hot cup of coffee. Instead of complaining about all the fancy shoes, jewelries, fucking purses, goddamn clothes, makeup, and toys, and whatever other entertaining shit that she don't have. She's not bitching about not having a glass of wine and somebody to rub her feet and not getting her eyebrows done today and not getting her nails done. And she's not complaining about none of the shit that you are taking for granted. She's not complaining about being out there by herself. And here you are taking for granted your lover. You have a whole partner. And there she is by herself. She don't have no home to sleep in tonight. She's happy she has a bag to carry her few changes of clothes, the shoes on her feet. And I see her with a jacket. I see a tan colored jacket. It's not the warmest, but it's better than the plastic bag that the guy next to her when she was outside a minute ago had to cover himself with from the wind. And she's got a hot cup of coffee. She's got hope in her heart. And she's got a line on a possible job. And she, somewhere along the line, she figured out that she could just be grateful. And I hear, and she knows that there's a reason that she's in this situation, that there's some reason, because she hasn't always lived this way. But life took some turns. Life took some turns for the worse, because she got herself involved with some people that were very unhealthy for her, and she accepted unhealthy treatment. And there's that no more chances energy again. She accepted unhealthy treatment until life got unhealthy mentally, emotionally, then physically, and financially. And that's how she ended up where she's at. Instead of being grateful for what she had, she was looking for somebody to give her something that she didn't need to. She had so much more when she started, but she started looking to somebody else that wasn't giving her what she deserved and trying to get them to give it to her. Holding on to somebody that wasn't giving her love and affection, looking for them to give her love and affection. They didn't. It made her mind a little messed up. It made her heart a little messed up, because she kept staying somewhere that even her heart and mind was telling her, this is fucked up. We shouldn't be doing this to ourselves. But she kept doing it over and again, over and over and over again. And it began to mess with her finances. It did. But something happened recently. Something happened recently to her, and she's figuring out something. Stuff is starting to click together. I heard she's finally got all the people away from her so she can hear what's going on inside of herself for the first time in years. You know, I hear if she had not lost her house, those people would still be attached to her. Even if there was not a lot of food in it, even if the electricity didn't work, they didn't care. They weren't going to leave her alone. It wasn't until she didn't have a place to stay that they actually detached and left her the hell alone. And now I hear, and so somebody here, things have been progressively getting worse and worse and worse. And you are in a similar position that she was in. Her spirit was telling her, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. She didn't fucking listen. And then she ended up losing everything in order to get rid of them. Because her future self, her higher self, the divine, the universe was in her favor. She's actually better off right now with nothing more than a bag, her shoes, the clothes she's wearing, and a damn hot cup of coffee than she was surrounded by those energies. Isn't that not messed up? OMG. But she's in an empowering position because when you lost everything, honey, there's nothing else to lose. Now you got to go. You're going to take a bet. You're going to take a risk. You're going to have to go in on you. And that's where she's sitting. And that's what she's realizing right now. That was a lot of information about somebody. I don't even know who she is. So let me see. Oh God, can we move forward to the next position? That was kind of depressing. Yeah, life can feel kind of depressing. But we love that you didn't say, oh, that made me depressed, or I am depressed. We love that you didn't claim that. We love that we said that was a kind of depressing. You were describing that situation. You didn't own it to yourself. Message, did you catch that? Oh, that's depressing. That situation is depressing. There was no ownership in that. There was no claim in that. Watch out. Watch out for the shit you saying. If you don't have nothing kind to say, keep your mouth shut. Together, can we all just wish the lady at the Mickey D's with the hot coffee? Can we just, she's at a 24-hour Mickey D's. I don't know where she's at. She's in a big city. It kind of feels like New York. Can we just send her some love and empowerment that we have, that she has in her, just to stimulate what she has in her? Okay, it's done. It's done. It's already done. All right. Next position is what supportive influence is here now. And it says, I love my perfect life. Your life has you right where you need to be. Your life has you right where you need to be. You love your perfect life. You know why you're where you're at? Because of the disowned self. We have the root girl here, card number 46 with the disowned self. Who? And then the 46 spoke to me. Emperor energy, lover's energy, authority and choices. Who's the authority in your life? Is it what they say? Is it what you say? Who's the authority of your life? Is it everybody else's? Everybody. This is that whole finger pointing. It's their fault. It's their fault. No, it's not your. It's not my choice. It's their fault. I don't have no choice. There's something that's self-sabotaging that people say all the time. I don't have no choice. I don't have no choice. This is what I have to do. People always say, I don't have no choice. Boom, put a period on it. Now, guess what? You don't got no dang choices. How about there are choices, and pretty soon I'll know what they are. If you're going to put a point on something, you're going to put a period on something. How about what choices are available to me that I can't see yet, that I haven't seen yet? What other choices are available to me? How about open up the energy? Use a question to open up the energy. I love my perfect life. Somebody is in a situation where they have got themselves in such a tense, restrictive situation so that they could find themselves again. What did they say about our lady who's sitting in McDonald's, our lady at Mickey D's hot coffee lady? That spirit helped, the universe helped peel those things off because she was doing everything to let the leeches just suck her dry. And oh, thank you. That is very comforting. And now it doesn't feel so depressing to look at her experience. Spirit said, but don't worry about her. She is about to make a huge comeback. And because the perfection of her life and everywhere where she sees where she's disowned herself to try to get somebody to be loving and affectionate towards her and accept her the way she is and show her love and affection, because she finally can see that. Now she's reclaiming herself. The supportive influence here is that somebody's life is the perfect setup. So this is why be careful about grabbing people that you know and moving them in your house to help them through their problems. Because if they're not taking the actions that their future self, their higher self, that source, that God is trying to get them to take for their own wealth, health, and benefit. Because, see, Spirit's been showing them the messages over and over and over again. Get rid of this one. It's bringing you down. They got ill will intentions, is a negative vibe. You're holding on to somebody that don't fucking like you. They don't like you. Why are you trying to wait for them to love you? Why are you trying to make somebody that don't even like you love you? Get rid of them. Let them go. There's somebody that's perfect for them who's going to be a perfect match to the asshole in them. You're not supposed to be in this situation. You're a loving person. You're a kind person. You're actually a beautiful person. I got a beautiful person for you. Get rid of them. Get them out the door. Okay. They didn't listen. Somebody didn't listen. So guess what? You're going to end up in a knockdown, drag out with the universe. And that's what happened to our coffee lady. Her knockdown, drag out with the universe ended up with her losing everything materialistic that kept the leeches on, because she refused to do it herself. The divine stepped in, divine intervention stepped in and pulled it all away. But there, she's re-meeting herself. And they are, again, giving me assurance. I'm hearing assurance. She's not only is she going to bounce back, but she's going to come back stronger than ever with the lessons of all these difficulties that she allowed herself to choose. That's what she's seeing. She chose it every step of the way. When the person didn't contribute nothing beautiful to her life, and the person, they stopped being loving towards her, because clearly she didn't just go for somebody who was being a whole douche to her the whole time. No, they start off real sweet. Real sweet. It started off real sweet, and then they began to ignore her, not care about her needs, put her to the side. And she kept trying to get them back to that sweet shit. That was just a fucking mask, baby. That was just a representative. The motherfucking mask fell off. The representative fell away. And when it fell away, what were you left with? The girl was left with somebody who didn't care for her. I hear the song. I feel alone even when we're alone. And it don't cost a thing, but I don't want to give up. Baby, I just want you to get up. Yeah, lately I've been a little fed up. I wish you would just focus on me. Can you focus on me? Baby, can you focus on me? So here she is, begging him, saying, look, I feel alone even when it's just me and you. I feel like I'm here fucking alone. Can you just focus on me for just a minute? Can I get a minute of your focus? Can you remember that you're so excited about me and you love me and you want me and here I am? Can you remember? If not, she was supposed to go. Instead of going, she stayed, begging, wanting, needing, missing. And what happened? She got into a situation where she was really begging, needing, wanting, and missing. Missing her house, missing her car, missing her money, missing her blanket, missing her bed. And you know what? She finally felt free. She finally felt free. What she finally realized was that person didn't really love her. That person didn't contribute nothing beautiful to her life. That they hooked and baited her with that passion, that fast passion, and then it all fizzled and died so fast. And she was left with herself. So why did I say be careful about who you bring into your house? Because if you got people similar to our coffee lady, see, coffee lady, one of the things about her is she's making moves. Remember we said she's got a line on a job? She's making what moves she can from where she's at to better her situation. But if you would have tried to help her and she still had the leech on her, I guarantee you the leech issue that she had would have ended up in your house. So what happens is the divine knows the perfect experience you need to teach you the lesson at hand to help you get where you're wanting to be. And when somebody comes into your life and picks you up out of that and puts you over here, oh, I like it over here better. I don't like you homeless. I want you to be in a house. So come on, stay in my house. I got a nice warm house. I like you better in the house. Come stay in my house. You just brought them and all their issues into your house. If you're supposed to do something, Spirit's going to tell you, they're not going to ask you. And usually when you come on, stay in my house, it's because somebody, what my friend said, dry begging. They dry begging. Oh, I don't have nowhere to go. I don't know what I'm going to do. Just waiting for you to say, hey, come stay in my house. And then the next thing you know, here you end up with all their baggage. But that's crazy because that's exactly how she got herself there. That's exactly how she got herself there. So now she's in this position where finally everybody else that was leeching on her, their freaking karmic patterns are not in her energy because she's by herself. And you know why they're not in her energy? Because they can't mooch off of her no more. She ain't got shit. So they can't mooch off of her no more. Since she never learned to say no. No, I'm not doing no more. No more chances. She never learned to say no more chances. With all the time Spirit said, no, don't do it. She didn't learn. She ended up with nothing. And then they finally detached. See, when the leech sucks you dry and gets all it needs off of you, when the vampire sucks all the blood off of you and you're dead, then they drop your dead carcass there. They suck all the life out of you. That's what happened to her. But from that situation, she wasn't literally physically dead, but it felt like life was dead. And from that situation, she started to make sense of everything that had been happening. So is this resonating? Is this showing you somewhere where you need to clean some shit up? Is this showing you somewhere where Spirit's been talking to you, telling you what you need to pay attention to and what you don't need to pay attention to, what you need to pick up and what you need to put down? You have a perfect life right here. Your roots should not be grounded in somebody else's view of you, acceptance of you, or love of you. Your perfect life is grounded in your love, your self-respect, your honor of yourself. Oh, you have a victory at hand. And this is to overcome some shit that your mama wanted to, but her way just didn't work. Mommy tried. Mommy tried. In most cases, some of the mommies didn't try. That was the mommy who was just a total louse of a mother. But most of your mommies were decent mommies. They didn't always do right, but she tried the best she could with what she had, but she couldn't do it. What she was missing was the root. Did you know if you down, so this little white thing, everybody always, why is the nail bed have the little white part? That's the matrix of your nail. That is the part that you can see of where your root of your nail grows from. If that gets damaged, everything else, every nail, the whole nail bed will be damaged. I have one client who has such bad nail damage. It doesn't matter how great I do her acrylic. She needs to come back often because the shit is going to come off because they damaged her nail bed so bad before she got to me. Why am I saying that? damage at the roots is a big deal, and it requires a lot of maintenance, because if that damage at the root is so bad, the growth will grow fucked up. And that's what happened here. Somebody had to get the root of the issue and heal the root cause. The root cause. And it had to do with not being grateful for what you do have, and not being discerning about how they use their energy, not being discerning about how you use your energy, about how I use my energy. We have to learn to be discerning about how we use our energy. If you don't have nothing nice to say, you will keep your mouth shut. It's time to be grateful and thankful and appreciative. Now, here's something we used to say on the channel all the time, and we haven't said it in a long time, and it's perfect for this message. So I'm so thankful and grateful you brought it back. Is that, you know what, if all you have is one left sock and one right shoe, and you can find more gratitude about the left sock and the right shoe, before you know it, you'll have pairs of socks, pairs of shoes, and a whole closet to put them in. This is yours. But if you keep complaining about what you don't have, you'll lose even your left sock and your right shoe. There's so much going on right now. Thank you. All right. What must you remember to complete this victory? I'm afraid you will tease or make fun of me if I speak my truth. You need to remember when it's time to keep your mouth shut and when it's time to talk. You need to also remember that some people are too afraid to tell you their truth because they're afraid of how you're going to respond. I just got that really strong. Somebody is afraid to tell you the truth because they're afraid you're going to laugh at them. They're afraid you're going to tease them. They're afraid of your response if they tell you the truth, what you're going to have to say. You can't have no control over that. The only thing you control is your response. So somebody tells you a difficult truth, like, do yourself a favor and try not to laugh at them. Don't make fun of people when you know they're having a hard time to tell you their truth. But at the same time, where is it that you are afraid to tell your truth? And, here's the problem with that person is having, who's afraid to tell their truth. And if you're the one who's afraid to tell your truth, this is what the issue is. It is none of your damn business what other people think about you. You have no control in it. And it usually has, Spirit interrupted that. They said it always has absolutely nothing to do with you. People are only going to see you as much as they can see themselves. They're only going to love you as much as they can love themselves. That's it. So then what happens when I look at them and I can see, like, oh, that's not for me. Why do you know that that's not for you? Is that not because you've been that in some way, shape, or form before, and you know that that's not for you? Because I'm not like that no more. I don't want to be around that. I'm not like that no more. It's not about how other people see you. People are only going to perceive you from their perspective. Their perspective is not in your control. If you're always worried about what other people are thinking about you and how they're feeling about you, you're focused on the wrong damn thing. You need to be grateful for who you are. There ain't nothing wrong with you. I don't care what your major malfunction is. We all have a major malfunction. We all have our quirks, our little crazinesses, and all these little weird things about us. But you are perfect the way you are, and any growth that happens in you is going to happen naturally in you. It's going to be your choice. It's for your empowerment. It's not to try to make somebody see you, make them love you, make them pay attention on you, begging them to focus on you and all the rest of that stuff. That was going to leave you with more wanting. All right. Show me, why is this card here? About what we need to remember to complete this victory. And here it is. It says, find your center. This is perfect. Your outside, thank you. Your outside world is a reflection and a manifestation of what's going on inside you at this time. When the outside world becomes so hectic and stressful that your anxiety starts to overwhelm you, then this is an ideal moment to stop and ask, when was the last time I checked in with myself? Always worrying about what the fuck other people want from you, what the fuck other people think about you. Trash all that. It is none of your dang business. I'm telling you, that was one of the first things the Spirit taught me on the spiritual evolution journey when they took over. When God took over my personal spiritual training, because I left religion, that was one of the first things that Spirit taught me. Melinda, it's none of your business what they think about you or how they feel about you. Stop worrying about what other people think about you. They're going to think whatever the fuck they want to think. And it does not make it your truth. And it does not influence who or what you are. You need to remember that. You need to center yourself in yourself. You're finally getting in touch with your roots. Whatever it was taken from you. And I'm sure that you are not completely destitute. This is what I'm hearing. I'm sure that you're not completely destitute. Somebody here, their experience, this person is on planet Earth right now. And they said that she's in New York. They're using her example. We're channeling an example of this woman who has learned it's a hard knock life for us when we give away everything to those who only disrespect us, don't see us, don't give a damn, don't reciprocate. They just don't care. They just gonna take like the goddamn vampire, suck her dry, and then discard the carcass when they're done. What's at the bottom of this deck? It says memories. Before I even get into this, I see memories. This is related to how you saw things as you were coming up. What was the relationship, because we have the mother's love here, what was the relationship situation for mom? What was the financial situation for mom? What was the self-confidence and self-love situation for mom? Memories. See, the thing is, if you had your mom or okay, can we just keep it on one story at a time, one experience, or can you remind me later? Because you just totally cut me off with that, and that was very distracting. Get it together. Memories with your mom, whatever it was, influence how you became. It influenced how you became. For everyone. Was it because of where daddy was and what daddy was like? Is that where this influence comes from? About taking and trying to make somebody here, you've been trying so hard to get your mama to love you, and it never worked. She was always we're not going to call her names. I don't want to disrespect somebody's mom, no matter what kind of mama she was, but she was not the ideal mama. I hear she's passed now. She has passed now. So you can go ahead and try to prove yourself to her or be better than her or whatever this is, or you can let it go. Be thankful for the experience and be thankful that you, because of her being the way she was, you became the way you are. And it's a far cry different than what she was. This is for somebody who had a mama that was, that was weird. That was weird. How can a mommy be like that? I don't know. Why would a mother do that to her kid? I don't know. It's at the bottom of the deck. It says memories. Oh, yeah, that's right. Your memories are like diamonds in the treasure chest of your spirit. More and more memories are arising within you. Remember the happier moments with your loved ones who are here in the spirit world, for neither time nor distance can stop the energy of love that you have for one another. Again, your mommy who's in heaven, she's sending you love. Somebody is like, fuck that bitch. I don't want no love from her. Listen, you got issues. If you feel that way, you got issues. You're going to have to work through it, because it's going to continue to affect your life until you do. Until you can figure out why you got a reason to be grateful for whatever mother you had. That's it. That's it. You're gonna be reliving that, because now here you are repeating the cycle. You may not like the way she did things, but that's still your mom. And if you're a mother, there's no way you would want your child to talk to you like that. And yeah, because you're a lot better mom. You still don't disrespect your mom. Okay. All right, so we talked about a lot already. You have a victory at hand. Has to do something about this karmic family cycle for some with a mother, and for others it has to do with you repeating the same traumatic past as your mom. For somebody it has to do with you upset about something with your mom. For somebody, your mama's in spirit. For somebody, you're all these somebodies. You're like, oh God. It's time to find gratitude. Your next vital move is to stay focused in gratitude. And then we had the grab avoid codes talking about being thankful and appreciative, being tapped in to your inheritance, and your rewards and your merits and your birthright. The supportive influences, you have a perfect life here to love. And you're finally tapped into yourself at the core, at the roots. And what you need to remember and keep in mind is that you need to focus on your center. Find your center. I'm hearing it's not about who cares if others want to tease or make fun. Speak your damn truth anyways. You know, when somebody's really in an empowered state, it's funny how people start to revert back to middle school where they want to tease and make fun. My NailFanatic video last night, it was really bothering me for a minute. I had to do some self-work after I did the reading because why I went on Instagram and why I find hater comments in my comment stream talking about why your nails broke, sis. Before you do any advertising, sis, you might want to fix your nails. Well, Bobo, the nails are fixed. This is called lesbian style. I like them short. I like to feel. So I just keep the ones long that I want long. I keep the ones short that I want short. But you know what was irritating was they was talking shit. If they don't have nothing nice to say, they should keep their mouth shut. But you can't expect them to do that. You just need to make sure you do that. Oh, I didn't tell you what. I to reply to it a bunch of times. And then finally said, you know what? I'm just deleting all this shit. It's just hateful shit. Haters are going to show up. Haters are going to show up. And even in that, it's not about what the fuck they think about you. Did I go change my nails so that they could approve of me? Hell no. They could not suck it. How's that? That wouldn't be too much of a privilege. It's so important to stop looking about how other people's, I don't look right. I'm too this much. I'm too that much. Oh, my face. Oh, my skin. Oh, my stomach. I'm too tall. I'm too short. I'm too ugly. I'm not pretty. My hair is too dry. Would you stop? You so worried about the wrong damn thing, about what other people outside are thinking. You need to find your center. And you know what? If people are telling you this shit, and people are treating you this way, where are you telling yourself this type of shit? And where are you treating yourself this dang way? That's where we're going to take it back to. We're going to take it back to the place of empowerment. If they're a reflection to you, if your outside world is a reflection and a manifestation of what's going on inside you at this time, and you got this kind mother's love here, somebody here, you got kind mother's love, and you to talk back to your mama, they just cut me off. They said, are you ready for the other experience yet? Because they were trying to give this to me a minute ago, and I just told them to hold on a minute. There's too damn much stories at once. My brain can only tell you. I only have one mouth. You messed up. You fucking messed up. Somebody here, you messed up. You talk shit to your mama. I just saw it real clear. Your energy just cut me all the way off. Somebody here, you've been talking shit to your mom. You fucked up, man. You know you fucked up. You know you had no business talking to your mom like that. If you can't talk to your mom with respect, then just don't fucking talk to her at all. If you don't have nothing kind to say, keep your fucking mouth shut. If you can't deal with your mother respectfully, then respectfully, you don't need to deal with your mother. I don't know if that makes sense to you. Janine, some mothers don't deserve respect. Well, what you don't do is disrespect them either. So your mama don't deserve no respect. Well, then don't fucking deal with her. It's okay to cut even your mama off if she is that bad. But what you don't do is stand there and disrespect your mother, because that's disrespectful of your own self. Somebody here, that situation has affected, yes, they said that situation, the situation has affected so many romantic experiences in your life and friendship experiences in your life. Outside is showing you what's going on inside, just with our coffee lady, our Mickey D's coffee lady. Those people were mooching off of her and disrespecting her and not reciprocating to her. Why? Because she wasn't taking care of her. She wasn't honoring her. She wasn't taking care of her needs. So of course, everybody that was around her didn't honor her, didn't see her, didn't take care of her needs, didn't give a damn about her. She wasn't loving herself enough to make sure that she took care of herself, instead of putting all these bobos in front of herself and then ending up with nothing. I hope that makes sense to you, because I got that crystal clear. I got the message clear. Sometimes I'll be wondering if these messages are even for you guys, or if this is just to confirm what the heck I've been learning on my path, because this feels like what I've been learning over the last, I want to say 8 years. 8 years of life lessons right here. Who we've been talking about. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But no, I know for a fact that these messages are for you, because this is the way it always works. And then a bunch of people be in my comments like, oh my God, this resonates. This is exactly what I needed to hear. This is a perfect message for me. Thank you. And then I was feeling the same way, those readings too. So I already know how this works. So let's go in with the everyday tarot. Let's get some tarot cards. Now we got a couple of oracle cards on this. Let's get some tarot cards in the message. See what else. We're going to take this from your side of the table perspective. So this is coming from your side of the table perspective. Yeah. Janine said, I don't. She's dead. I know, Mama. I know, Mama. I'm not saying about you in particular. I'm just saying in general with people. I understand. Yeah, some people's mothers do not. Some people will give you a long list of reasons. Like I said, about 30 by the first time I met somebody who told me about their crap mom. And then I was like, oh, shit. All moms are not like my mom. My mom maybe didn't do everything the best way, but she was full of love. Some people's got moms that are downright doing some evil, fucked up shit to their own kids. I knew one girl, her mama came, stole everything in the house, went through her bank account and her fucking safe, took everything. Her mom did that to her, then dumped the little brother on her, and then comes back like 10 years later after she's been raising her brother for 10 years and just takes off with the brother. Now, out of nowhere, she was like, yeah, my mom, this is a lady that helped me realize that there are fucked up moms out there. I was like, God damn, who the fuck could do something like that to their own kid? My brain is so far outside of my consciousness that I can't even understand. And I'm so glad. I don't want to understand why. I don't want to understand it. I don't want to be anywhere near that level of consciousness. But that's kind of the message is coming through here. Somebody's mama was real fucked up like that. Somebody here, your mama's a sweetheart. You were real fucked up to her because you had a bunch of shit going on inside of you. And what it had to do, it had to do with what the fuck other people gonna say. Your mama gave you some great advice. You talked shit to her. You said something ugly to her. Why? Because the great advice your mother gave you, you was worried about what somebody else was going to say. You were worried they were going to make fun of you. And guess what? Mommy was right. Mommy was right, wasn't she? Now you done landed on your ass. And damn, you need to try to fix this shit with your mama. That's what I'm hearing. You need to let her know you're thankful because she was right. You need to let her know you're thankful for her. And you need to let her know. Gratitude. And if you can't talk to her because like Janine and me, maybe your mama is dead too. Well, you can still speak to her spirit, and she was never left your side since the moment that she passed to the spirit world anyways. They don't leave. They stay with you because they can be everywhere at once because they're now spirit energy. I hope this is all making sense to you. I'm sure it is. Otherwise, you wouldn't still be here. And look at how many of you are still here. Oh my gosh, I see Wisdom app lip the F up. I see YouTube lip the F up. Before we get in these tarot cards, let me go ahead and see who's our first commenter of the session. Let's see who's with us. Janine, of course. Janine's the first commenter of the session. I see Iris. Hey, baby. I see Michelle. What's up, girl? Why about how you... I'm sorry, I don't understand the question about portraying yourself. If you could reword that more complete, if I didn't already answer it, maybe I already answered it, Michelle. If you could reword that more complete question, then I will be able to respond to that. All right. And then I saw where you said something about I'm live here again with no notifications. I don't know what YouTube be doing to try to promote my channel. I don't know why YouTube just promotes my channel and makes sure all my tribe gets their notifications immediately on time so they can catch all the lives and be circulating all my videos so much so that you know I'm here. I don't know why they do that, but okay. Look at us just speaking it out, calling it about. Victory is at hand. What victory is at hand from your perspective? The Everyday Tarot, we're going to talk from your perspective here. So what victory is at hand for you? Victory, the Six of Wands. Removing yourself from the battlefield. The Six of Wands is a victory card. It's a card of winning. She's got the victory wreath in her hand. She's the one riding on her high horse. She's being recognized. She's being acknowledged. This is returning to the reward ceremony. You've been home now from the battle for a minute. Now it's time for the reward ceremony. See, the Five of Wands that comes before the Six of Wands, that's the battlefield. That's being at war. Five of Wands is being at war. In the Six of Wands, you're no longer at war. You've removed yourself from the battlefield. You're coming off victorious, and it's time to get your rewards, your merits. What did we talk about? Your inheritance, your rewards, and your merits. You earned it. You got that. What victory is at hand? Victory is at hand. Okay, you're a winner. Overcoming the fights. The overcoming the Five of Wands. What is the Five of Wands? Tired of begging you to love me. The goodbyes are getting old. Next time you can go ahead and go. I'm tired of begging you to love me. Yeah, begging folks to love you. Begging for the love and affection. And I hope I'm not coming too desperate. I need love and affection. Oh, you need love and affection? That means you don't got it. If you need it, you don't got it. Is that right or is it right? If I need it, I don't got it. But if I have it, I don't need it. It's funny how that works. If you got it, then you got it and it's for you. Let's see what Michelle said. Oh, it was about portraying ourselves in a way to command respect from others. In some ways, we do that, but like you said, others will look and judge however they want. Correct. I'm dealing with a narcissist who's been sabotaging things, and it's triggered some memories. Well, narcissists will do that, and they'll keep doing it and keep doing it. And if you're dealing with a narcissist who's sabotaging things, where have you been self-sabotaging in order to deal with it? Oh, there's a tough question. That's fine. You can slap your phone. You can't slap me because you can't reach me, but you can slap your phone. I heard this. I just want to slap myself right now because that made so much sense. Okay, somebody, if you said that to yourself, go ahead and claim it and get yourself your little 5,000 points. Okay. What is the next vital move? You got victory at hand. A mother's love. I have nothing kind to say. Keep your mouth shut. Victory is at hand. Don't go ruining and sabotaging your own vibration, running around spewing filth from your mouth. Don't go running around spewing filth from your mouth right now. Because remember, what you put out comes back to you. You have victory at hand. Don't run around spewing filth because the same filth you spew out is going to come back to you. You've done a lot of work to karmic balance these scales, to balance these karmic scales. Say that right. If you go on channel messages, can you at least use the right words in the right order, in the correct language and shit? Okay. Yeah, I'm talking back. Okay. What is the next vital move? We had gratitude. We had grab avoid code numbers. We also had thankful. We had appreciative. We had your inheritance, your rewards, and your merits. We had your birthright. What's your next vital move? The 9 of Wands. And I picked it up and it's in reverse. Shut up, really? Pull the book on a tarot card. So 9 of Wands in reverse, what it's telling me immediately without the book is telling me stop struggling. Stop trying to force something that keeps you at a dead end. That's what it's saying. Stop trying to force something that's keeping you at a dead end. They want me to read the reversed meaning from the book. This is the first time I cracked this book open. Let's see what it says. 9 of Wands reversed. You are struggling and are ready to give up, but you are oh so close to completing this challenge. Keep fighting. You've got this. Be careful of paranoia and defensiveness, thinking everyone is out to get you. Focus on your own game. And this is not about struggling and fighting to keep somebody that don't want you, man. If they want you, okay. And if they are loving you and they're reciprocating with you, that's another story. What we're not going to do is we're not sitting up here fighting to keep people in our life that don't fucking want to be there. That was the energy here, big time energy here. But at the same time, that is the struggle that they're talking about fighting. It could be a fight for you to let go of some of them because you really love. It's a real pain in the ass when you realize, like, I fucking love you, but you don't give a fuck about me. You don't have no time, attention, affection, or love for me. I gotta fucking let you go because if I don't, you're gonna suck me dry and I'm gonna be a dead carcass on the floor. That's a pain in the ass. I know. But at the same time, releasing it with gratitude. Give up the struggle. Man, a couple of years ago, how long ago was Jasmine on her life? See, she's been dead for a year, 2.5 years ago. When I realized, I'm like, man, it's so easy for me to love people. Why am I sitting here trying to force this girl to fucking love me when she finds it so hard to love me? Fuck that. And I was like, fuck it. That's the vibes. That's totally the vibes here. Why are you sitting up here trying to force somebody, beg them, waiting on them, blocking out all the beautiful things that life has for you for somebody who doesn't want to love you? Get them the fuck out of the way, because I guarantee you, if there's one that's blocking the path that wants of love for you, there's 10 more that would happily get in their shoes and love you, even if the shoes are too damn small or too damn big. That will try to squeeze their foot in there like Cinderella's evil stepsisters try to squeeze into her glass slipper to try to catch that prince. Because you the prince, baby. You got that prince energy. In other words, you're a treasure. And if they're not treasuring you and your presence, maybe they'll treasure you more in the absence. Either way, it's none of your business. Your business is to treasure yourself. You're a treasure. You're meant to be treasured. And if you let just any old body squander your treasure, you end up pilfered. That's what I heard. Using all types of words we don't really talk with, but that's what I heard. Seriously? Got to look up the definition of pilfered for you. They want me to read pilfered. I don't even know if I'm going to spell this right, but I'm sure that Google will help. Pilfered. Oh, so it's just like I thought. Okay. Pilfer meaning. Here we go. Pilfer. Past tense is pilfered. Steal. It literally means steal. There you go. Don't let them steal your value, your worth, your respect. It's not worth it. So, what supportive influence is here now for you? Your next vital move is to stop trying to force shit, recognize the dead end, show gratitude for it. Remember, I was talking yesterday, too, about my friend Bubba getting cursed out in front of the grocery store and smile at the dude and say, thank you. Because thank you is the releasing spell. You want to release somebody? Tell them thank you. You don't have to call them. You don't have to visit them. You could just visualize them spiritually and tell them thank you. You can leave now. Thank them for the experience, even if it was a fucking ugly one. If you've had some hard energy between you and your mom, thank her for it. Thank her spirit. Thank her for being a douche of a mom, because that made you an amazing mom. Or maybe she wasn't a total douche. Maybe she just had some fuck ups like my mom, and little shit where she could have did it a little bit different. That would have been really nice, but she did the best she could with what she knew. Thank you. Thank you for doing the best you could with what you knew. But because of what you didn't know, this is how I'm doing, and I'm doing a little bit different, and I love the way I'm doing it. Oh, that part. If that's all you can thank them for, is it they showed you exactly what not to do, thank them. And release it. Get out of that dead end. Get out of that dead end. All right. So what's the supportive influence that's here for you now? The Hangman, another perspective. You have the Hangman. You have a different perspective. You can see things from the other side of the table. You have another perspective of how exactly where you're at made you reconnect with yourself, because all the leeches left. But I needed their help. And they were not fucking there for me when I was fucking there for them. And they were not here for me. And I asked them for help, and they didn't support me, and they weren't there for me. Oh, and they're gone now? Yay! I'm so glad they weren't there for you, because if they were there for you, then that would have been that representative stepping up one more time just so you don't cut them off. Because the whole time they were fake as fuck. They were just milking you. Somebody, see, people are going to show up consistently as what they really are. Especially once the representative has fallen off. Here's a little astrology secret that I learned. Somebody, you want to know this. A person who's born on a new moon, which you can only know if you search up the birth date, you can find out what was the moon phase when you were born. A person who's born on a new moon tends to do a lot less of the representative shit, because their moon sign is the same as their sun sign, which means what you see outside is what they are inside. It matches outside and inside. Most people were not born on a new moon because there's all the different moon phases. Which means that most people, sun sign is different from their moon sign, which means their outside version is a lot different from the inside version, which is why you get that representative shit going on. It's a natural occurrence. Okay, a new perspective. Take another perspective about your life. If everything has been stripped away from you, try to see why that was in your favor. Because it's happening for you. It's not happening to you. It is happening for you. For your benefit, so that you can see, so that you can grow, so that you can evolve, so you can get where you wanted to go, so you can become what you came here to be. And it's all a perfect setup for your great come up. So they taught you what you did not want to be. And now look at how awesome you are. Okay. I heard our Mickey D's coffee lady is now realizing how much she did for how many people. And she's just having this awakening moment like, dang, I bought them a car. I bought their house. I bought them this. I took them here. Took them there. I did this favor. I did that favor. Dang. And now none of them give a damn. Nobody has nothing. Oh, they couldn't answer my call, or they're too busy, or no, they don't have nothing. They can't do nothing for me. And here I am. Damn, somebody here's realizing I could have used all that I had and did and invested for them, invested in myself, and I would have never been in this situation, and gave them my extra when I had extra, instead of giving them everything I had and leaving my ass out on the side. So they said we could go on to the next position. The final position, the fourth position is, what must I remember to complete this victory? So what must we remember to complete this victory? We need to remember to find our center, that you are your only ride or die. Everyone else in life, you don't know how long they're going to stay. Love them while you got them, because one day they're going to have to go away, whether that's voluntarily or involuntarily. They're all going to leave you one day. Newsflash. So find your center. And don't be afraid to speak your mind. And remember that what they think of you is none of your fucking business. Yeah, and they're saying it real strong. I heard it exactly that way. Look at, my client bought me Coca-Cola. I didn't finish it, so I'm still finishing it. Most people have dessert, and I drink a little bit of soda. That's my sweet tooth. Anyways, so what was to remember? What does the tarot say? Page of Swords. Investigate shit. Investigate shit. Why? What am I looking for here? What's the other perspective? What's the other side of the table? Lydia, I hope you know how psychic you are, girl. Never doubt it. LOL. Everything is applying in all our recent realizations of me. Or I think that says of me. I don't know, because of where the comment is. But good. I'm glad it's resonating. I'm glad it's helping you. Remember the lessons that you learned about the other perspective. Remember that. And if you don't remember nothing else, and maybe all this stuff don't make so much sense, maybe what the lady on the airplane says every time you get on the airplane and the stewardess tells you about the air mask, what she tell you? Fix your own air mask before you go try to put somebody else's air mask on before you die and you can't help nobody. Same thing in life. Baby, if you ain't paying your rent, why are you paying somebody else's phone bill? If you ain't ate today, why is somebody else eating off of your bank? I'm just saying. You can help feed a lot more hungry people if you've eaten today. You ain't going to help nobody if you fall over dead. Facts. That's what I heard. Facts. Sunny came through. My homegirl Sunny came through. My cuñada Sunny, she came through. She said facts. And she did her head thing. Facts. She does that every time she says, so cute. Page of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. This is talking about an important life lesson. Life lesson through physical human experiences. You have a lot of memories. And I feel like anywhere where you've been, are Mickey D's coffee lady, symbolically or literally. This is an important reminder. They're reminding you now because you're at the brink of a huge victory for yourself. And if you retreat into your old ways right now, you're going to screw up. You're going to fumble your victory, baby. You're going to fumble the touchdown. You're going for a touchdown right now. Don't fumble the ball now. Don't fumble the ball now. I picked out another mini tarot deck to read for the other side of the table. I picked out the Santa Muerte Tarot. So let's see the energy from the other side of the table. Hoo-wee. You're having some other perspectives about some difficult things you went through, because those difficult things at the end of the day, they made you connect to self in an amazing way. In an amazing way. Iris likes this deck because she's got this deck too. All right, let's see what else do we have in the messages. Let's see the energy on the other side of the table. In our first position, what victory is at hand? What's the energy on this other side of the table? What victory is at hand? All right, here we go. One card, please. What victory is at hand? Show me the energy on the other side of the table. Okay, I put the smoke out a minute ago. It's been out for a minute. I swear to God, I don't know if you guys saw that, but I just saw a puff of smoke coming from over here. There's nothing smoking over. There's nothing burning. There's no reason for a puff of smoke. But I don't know if you just see me look over here like, what the fuck was that? Because I'm watching this puff of smoke. It just rise from right here. There's nobody else in the house. It's just me. And I just saw smoke come from up here, and it went up. It was a little puff of smoke right here. I don't know if you could see that on camera, or if you saw me look at it or anything, but that was interesting. I wonder what that was about. Maybe I might have to read on it. What victory is at hand? Here we go. The Six of Cups and the Sun. Oh, this is your big victory. Your big victory is that everything in your past is about to make a whole lot of fucking sense, because it's about to be, your past is about to be replaced with a whole bunch of happiness. A light feel, literally what I'm getting is, you know how when you were a kid and you would just get lost playing and having fun all day? That feeling is returning to your life right now. That's what's on the other side of the table. So much to make you happy with the innocence and the joy, like a child at play all day in the yard. You know, we used to play in the yard and get lost in the yard all day long, get called in, come and have something to eat, go back outside and play, and then get called in when the street lights come on. Street lights come on, get your butt in this house. Okay. But you get lost in play, adventuring, playing, making believe in life, enjoy, just enjoying. Even my daughter, she's like, Mom, I remember being a kid and riding in the car and telling myself, when I get home, I'm going to play with my Barbies. And this is what my Barbies are going to do. And she says, I just remember planning out all the fun stuff for me. She says, I even remember when I would get in trouble, Mom, that I'd be thinking, this doesn't feel good. So when I'm done, I'm going to go do this because that's going to be fun. I'm like, yeah, get back into that kid energy. That's the vibe. What victory is at hand? You're going to be happy at like a freaking kid, just experiencing joy in life without the worries and stresses of adulthood. That's a huge victory, because there's a lot of people that take the pain from their childhood experiences all the way to their fucking grave, and they let it affect everything in between that childhood experience and the grave. What is your next vital move? What is our next vital move here? What is your next vital move? On the other side of the table energy, I'm taking all three that came in my hand. What do we have? The moon. With the 8 of Pentacles. Who? With the 7 of Wands. The moon, the 8 of Pentacles and the 7 of Wands is here telling me, close out the old cycles of the past. Confront the past, close it out. 8 of Pentacles, because it's a karmic repetitive pattern. 7 of Wands, and protect yourself from repeating past patterns. That's what these three cards are telling me right now. Other side of the table, your next vital move. You're going to protect yourself. You're going to block out past repetitive patterns. If it's what you did before and you got caught up doing it before, you ain't going to do that today. No, sir, ma'am, we're not doing that today. You lost yourself to somebody else, for somebody else, to try to make somebody happen, to try to make them like, tired of begging you to love me. I ain't begging you for shit no more. Either you gonna want to give it up, you gonna want to love me and be affectionate towards me, or you're fucking not. And if you're not, I'm gonna go home and love and affection on myself, you say. It's that kind of a vibe. You're not going to repeat the same patterns. You're not going to sit around and lose yourself to beg somebody for love, to beg somebody for affection, to beg for reciprocation. We ain't doing that begging shit. We ain't chasing. We ain't begging. We are attracting. We're receiving. And the cool part about this is, if they can't give it to you, you know how to give it to yourself now. You now know how to give it to yourself. All right. So what supportive influence is here? What's the supportive influence that's here? What supportive influence is here? This is supporting you. It is the 9 of Pentacles. What supportive influence is here? You, independent, single ladies, all single ladies, all single ladies. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you're single, but you're independent. You're not requiring anything from anybody. You're going to show up and you're dependent upon yourself, and you're dependent upon yourself only. You're not going to depend on them. You're not dependent on them to tell you who you are, or accept you as a good person, or accept any fucking thing about you. You're not dependent upon them. You are independent. You live in an independent energy, knowing that your self-view, your self-treatment, your self-respect, your self-love, that's what matters the most. And if you're going to love on them, then they're going to love on you too. And if they ain't going to love on you, you don't have to love on them, because you could give all that love to you if they don't love you. It's plain and simple like that. All right. So what do you need to remember? What must you remember to complete this victory? What must you remember to complete this victory? Other side of the table energy. Yeah. Supportive influences. Hold on. Go back. They say, go back. You missed part of the message, because from the other side of the table, Part of why your life is purpose, because you're in that independent energy. So what's happening? You're attracting people who are like, oh yeah, she got it. Oh, damn, that's a firme Jaina. Look at her. I love her because she got her own. She don't need mine. She said, leave mine alone. There ain't nothing that's more sexy than a girl that want but don't need me. Young, independent, yeah, she works hard, but you can't tell from the way that she walks. Don't slow her down, cause she ain't got time to be complaining, cause shorty gon' shine. She don't expect nothing from no guys. Man, we could go on and sing the whole damn song. I love her cause she got her own. I love her because she's independent. On the other side of the table, there's somebody here who's like, oh my God, you're everything. The Nine of Pentacles is the ideal woman. And I just saw that or the ideal person, right? They looking at you. People are seeing you and they see you different and they see you radiant and they see you empowered and they see you independent, and that makes you sexy and attractive, and they want it. And you turn them on and you do all the right things in the right way, and they just love it. And that's how they looking at you. And that's a supportive energy on the other side of the table. So what must you remember to complete this victory? What must you remember? In addition to the lessons of the past, and to find your center, and it ain't none of your business what other people think about you and your truth. Confirmation. What must you remember? The other perspective. The lessons that you learned in the other perspective. I also heard with this, if they don't treat you the way you treat them, then you don't have to allow them to treat you no damn more. That's just plain and simple. You treat them good and they don't treat you good, you don't have to allow them to treat you. That is a choice. Bottom of the deck. The Emperor, boom, boss energy. So you got a divine masculine on the other side of the table. You've got a divine masculine on the other side of the table. Remember the life lessons, and remember to see things from the higher perspective. Remember that you are having a perfect life that you can love. And there's a lot of reasons for it. Oh, yeah, I'm sure you can point out a whole lot of reasons why shit don't feel so perfect. They're telling me that it's so important for you to remember, why is it perfect right now? Because where your focus goes, energy flows, and that's what grows. Yeah. All right, let's close this out with some oracle messages. I feel like this message pretty much is complete, but the OG words of clarity wants to speak before we leave. So what closing messages do you have, please and thank you? What's the closing message here that we have here for the love and peace and happiness? Try it. Hey, oh, thank you all for voting, yo. We're still in the runnings, yo. We're still in the running, so keep voting. We have till December 22nd to get free votes in, one every day. And that'll make a huge, huge, beautiful blessing in my life that I'm so deserving of. So let's see. What do you need to remember? Steadfastness, attachment, constancy, faithfulness. Okay. And the word installing or stalling. Remember to be very diligent, steadfast about what you are stalling in your life and what you're installing in your life. Be very aware and steadfast about paying attention to what you're attaching yourself to. Are you attaching yourself to an energy that's also feeding your energy? You know, if we're both pouring into each other's cup, nobody ends up with an empty cup. It's funny how that works. If I'm giving you love and you're giving me love and affection, and I'm giving you love and affection, then we both got love and affection. But if I'm giving you love and affection and you're not giving me love and affection, well then damn, I'm going to have to pull back out of this and give myself love and affection, because either this is going both ways or I'm going to get drained, and I'm not allowing no fucking vampires to drain me no more. And you aren't either. You feel what I'm saying? This is the way you're showing up at the table. And you're going to be steadfast about what you're putting into your life. Because if you install the wrong thing in your life, then you will stall your life. And that's what happened to our Mickey D's coffee lady. She stalled her life because she installed some crap in her life that was draining the fuck out of her. And now shit went on pause. It went on stall. And anywhere where life is delayed, they're saying the delay is happening because you need to get connected to yourself again. You've been too fucking focused on other people outside of you and how the hell they see you and what they think about you and what you need to do for them instead of how you see yourself. How's your self-talk? How is your self-talk? Are you verbally abusive to yourself? Are you psychologically abusive to yourself? Do you then also have a long history of people who have been verbally abusive to you and psychologically abusive to you? Interesting how these things come together. I just seen light bulbs. Somebody's light bulbs just went off and oh shit. Damn. They just did one of those things. Okay, let me see what else. I don't know who you were. If you're bold, you can put in the comments and then I will. Okay. What else? What's the message? One more. Can I get one more? I saw 3 of these. So are you going to give me one more or are you going to pull some shit? Oh, one more. Okay. They said requirement. It is a requirement. It is not an option. It is a requirement. You need to be steady on this path and very, very steadfast about what you're attaching yourself to. What kind of people are you attaching yourself to? What kind of situations are you attaching yourself to? And not just externally, within yourself. What kind of energies are you attaching yourself to if all you're doing is saying negative shit to yourself all fucking day long? Let me tell you about Christina. I shouldn't have named her name on the channel. Oops. Well, guess what? There's a million Christinas in the world, so she's still fucking anonymous. It's some girl out there named Christina. You don't know who she is. Anyways, Christina had a boyfriend in high school, and he was a quarterback. He was a quarterback of the football team. And what is a quarterback of the football team? He's Mr. Popularity. He's Mr. All the girls want to be his guy, want him to be their guy. He's Mr. Everybody wants him. He's Mr. Best Friend for all the jocks. You know what I'm saying? He's hot shit in school, right? So Christina had a boyfriend. And he was hot shit in school. But Christina, her whole life, has been an overweight girl. So although she had the hottest guy in school as her boyfriend in high school, she wasn't one of the popular girls. She wasn't a cheerleader. And she used to tell her boyfriend, shouldn't you be with a cheerleader or something? They're so much prettier than me. I feel like you should be with someone else. I'm too fat. I'm too ugly. I don't even know why you like me. She did it long enough until he broke up with her, and she didn't realize that until, because Christina's older than I am. I reduced the population of which Christina it can be. Anyways, Christina's older than me. And so 30 years later, she bumps into him some random coffee shop in a state. I'm not going to tell you, we're going to reduce to which Christina is. It was in the United States. Somewhere in the United States. Random coffee shop. Bumps into her high school lover. Best looking guy she was ever with, she said. And he was like, oh my God, it's so good to see you, Christina. And she's like, yeah, you still look good. And he's like, so do you. He said, you know, we would have probably been married if you didn't keep telling me how much I shouldn't be with you. You pushed me to somebody else because you kept telling me over and over again that I should be with somebody else, that I shouldn't be with you, that you weren't good enough and all this stuff. But I really loved you. We would have probably still been together. He told her that. Here's the thing. She was worried about the wrong fucking thing. You hear what I'm saying? Christina was worried about the wrong fucking thing. She was worried about what other people are going to think. Instead of, oh my God, the hottest guy in the school is all over me. Shit. Let me just enjoy this shit. No. She was worried about the wrong fucking thing. I'm too fat. I'm too ugly. I'm not pretty enough. There's all those other prettier girls than me. I'm not even popular. She was worried about the wrong fucking thing. So don't be like Christina. Don't pull a Christina. And then be worried about the wrong fucking thing. And then lose the left sock and right shoe when that was all you had type of shit. Don't end up like Mickey D's lady, but trying to make some shit that don't want you, and push away what loves you with some stupid shit that you're programming to them, telling them to leave you the fuck alone because you're not good enough, because you're not pretty. They stare steady in your face all day long, telling you how gorgeous and beautiful and they love you and they love being around you and all this shit. And then you're like, no, I'm not. I'm ugly. Guess what? You keep telling them how ugly you are. In a minute, you gonna look really fucking ugly to them. Go ahead. Keep programming them. It's all programming. You're teaching people about you and they're teaching you about them. On the flip side of that coin, when a person tells you, I did this to them. Oh, don't believe nothing I say. I just be bullshitting. Trust what the fuck they just said. They told you that they was a motherfucking liar and the words coming out of their mouth, they be bullshitting. Believe what people tell you about themselves. And be careful about what you tell others about yourself. You need to respect yourself if you expect them to respect you. If you make yourself come across like you ain't shit, then eventually you will program that shit right into whoever the fuck thought you was everything. And then they'll be looking for somebody else because you will have told them to do so by continuing to tell them all the shit. Don't pull a Christina. At the bottom of the deck, we have angel number 5555. You've been seeing fives all day? I see Hathor with this. What's up, girl? Goddess in the house. Okay. It says your life is going through some major changes with new freedoms and living your inner truths. Now, isn't that a novel thought? Being authentic in yourself, in your self-love, in your self-awareness. Your life is going through some major changes. These ain't small-time changes. Just like our Mickey D's coffee lady sitting up in the 24-hour McDonald's sipping on that little cup of coffee as long as they let her, because it's cold as fuck outside. And she'd have lost everything holding on to some leeches that didn't love her, that wasn't giving her no love and affection. She'd have hold on to them. They just wanted her energy. And they got her energy until they sucked all her lifeblood out of her. And now she's on the streets with nothing but a bag with a few changes of clothes. A jacket that's kind of, I mean, it's better than nothing, but it's not really that warm. And she had enough change to get her a cup of hot coffee so she could stay awake inside McDonald's and be warm through the night. But she's going to get on her feet because hindsight is 2020, man. And when sometimes you have all this shit in your face that you can't see clear. What they say, you can't see the forest for the trees from the forest, something like that. You have so much in your face, you can't see what you have until you lost it all. It's like freaking that world manipulation scare tactic that they did was shut down the whole world. Nobody appreciated going to the grocery store, going to the park, going to the movies, going to work, going to school, going to any freaking where, until they couldn't go anywhere but the grocery store between very short hours, standing in a long ass line, and make sure you wear your mask and stay 6 feet away from each other. That was a whole bitch. People started missing smiles. And before, smiles were all around and they never paid attention. They never paid attention. They didn't pay attention to the ability to go to a mall and go shopping until they didn't have malls open. They didn't pay attention to the ability. Well, here, what was really affecting me, I ain't even gonna lie, was a 24-hour grocery store. My 24-hour grocery store was only open from this hours to that hours. What the fuck? And then I had to wait in a long ass line outside. I'm not used to that shit. I missed it. I did miss it. And I'm so glad it's back. And the 24-hour grocery store is open because I like to shop at night when most folks are sleeping. I don't care if it's only one checker on at night. When people didn't have the shit that they overlooked, that they weren't fucking grateful for, oh, they found gratitude for it, didn't they? Getting their nails done, going to the barber shop. You remember all them posts on Facebook and Instagram during the quarantine about folks missing their nail shop, their barber shop, and the rest of it, their hairstylists, their lash artists. Oh yeah, people started realizing all the shit that they took for granted when it was taken away. If you don't appreciate what the fuck you got, you gonna lose it. especially if you're looking at it and telling it that you don't deserve it. You don't deserve it. They're going to believe you eventually if you keep telling them that. So don't fuck it up for yourself, because you're on the verge of a huge victory. This is going to make you so happy, and it will make all the pains from your past worth it. That Six of Cups in the sun that came out. What victory is at hand? Six of Cups in the sun. Happiness and joy that came from everything from your past. Everything in your past, vale la pena. It's all worth it. It's all worth it. Vale la pena. It was worth it. Everything you went through was worth it. You're about to see why. Don't get caught up in falling into old patterns of fucking yourself and leaving yourself hung out to dry so you can find another different perspective now that you don't have something again. You got a lot to be grateful for. If you were able to catch this message, or you have so much to be grateful for, I would encourage you to get more in tune with what you have and why you should be grateful, instead of bitching and complaining about what you don't have, why it's not good enough, why you're not smart enough, why you're not pretty enough, whatever. You are perfect. You are made perfect. Your job was to figure that out, and then you'll see how true it is. And then you'll be like me, a cocky son of a bitch. Yep. Oh, you're so pretty. They tell me you're so pretty. I'm like, thank you. I know. All I did was get born. My dad told my mom I was born with it, and I just get to enjoy it. But it's like, when you know what you are, other people can see what you are. They can't see you if you can't see you. If you don't respect you, they ain't going to respect you. You know? You have to see you first for them to see you. You have to see you. And I'm hearing, there's some kind of song, I lost the melody of it, but I heard, if you could see yourself through my eyes, then you would see how beautiful you are. And I'm not just talking about looks, okay? That's what I heard. So your life is going through some major changes with new freedoms and living your inner truths. This is a beautiful message, so empowering. I freaking love it. I want to go get one more oracle deck that I just got. Sunny just gave me a card deck the other night. Hold on, guys. Let me grab it because I just put it back away. Now I want to go get it back out so I can pull one card from it too. It's the Healing Energy Oracle. I feel like this is going to be the perfect oracle message that is needed to add. This one's really going to be our final card. Oh my God, I've been almost 2 hours. Wow, guys, we really got it in, didn't we? This is what happens when I don't read long enough. We just get in. And even this morning we did a Spanish message. Oh my God, it was so good. It was such a freaking good message. A Spanish message this morning that I did before I started my busy ass, long ass day. Yeah, we got it in. Okay, let's see give us the last most valuable message that you could tell them from this Healing Energy Oracle card deck, please. What is the most valuable message, Lester's God, universe, cosmos, higher self, future self, angels, ancestors, guides, all that shit. All right, what's the message? What's the message, please, and thank you. Most valuable message as a guidance message, please. One more shuffle, I heard. Okay. All right. One card. Give us one card, the perfect card to wrap the pretty bow on this. Thank you. There it is. What is it? And it's one card, just like I asked. I love this. Harmony. I open myself to the divine being within me. I am the image of God. Thus, I have the power to bring light into my life. I turn any darkness in me into something beautiful. In the absence of resentment, anger, or doubt, I find harmony. This is your final message. That's the overall guidance. I'm going to hold this up here. Come on, get in focus. Get in focus for them. Focus. Because somebody needs to screenshot that. I don't know who you are. Somebody need to screenshot that. I'm trying to get it to focus good. I hope you can see that. Yeah. All right. With all that being said and done, I'll be back. I think the next message is going to be a Spanish one. I'm not sure if it'll be tomorrow in the morning, but it very well might be. Until next time, my love. Sending you so much love and peace and happiness. 감사합니다. Gracias. That's all, folks. Later, baby. And I'm out.